Press start to begin.
So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Hopefully Elgato Won't Fuck Us Over Again. I'm your host, Chad Peanut, joined as always by my good friend John Mugua JM.
The technical problem and a potential loss, but this time it's not Austin's fault.
And our special guest, Prince Luffy, who I'm sorry you had to drag into this.
It's not your fault. It's the stupid software.
Yep.
Yeah, so Elgato once again likes to plague this channel some more. First it was in the Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth playthrough where it was skipping over frames, although it did have one accidentally funny one. Where it skipped over frames of Kiryu kicking a guy in the face. Then it was with Mega Man Battle Network 2, and now it's happening to us. So next session, I'm probably going to give Austin a crash course on how to record with OBS so that we can avoid having problems like this again. Because OBS, although it does give me problems while streaming, recording not so much.
Interesting.
But obviously, if you're watching and hearing this, then everything's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is what sucks the most about it is we answered some of the questions you guys submitted. Which, by the way, if you want to submit some questions, you can submit them on our Discord server in the Tartarus Questions channel, or you can just drop them as a comment on the video or DM us. I send them as long as they're not weird or creepy. So, unfortunately, it would feel weird to answer those questions like Luffy said in between episodes, so I'm going to just move on to the questions we did not answer yet. And unfortunately, we answered most of them already.
Stay tuned to the end of this episode, where we will play the audio of us answering questions from the episode that got lost, because Austin's Elgato took a fat wet shit and saved only the game audio and not the video.
The last one I presented was... the first time you experienced something, movie, book, show, game, piece of media, whatever, that made you realize, there isn't such thing as bad media. This is horrible.
Let me...
Mine was the live-action Fat Albert movie. Somebody I no longer associate myself with dragged me to that movie. We were both hype as hell to see it because, you know, we grew up watching Kanan and Kel on Nick at Night. And Fat Albert, Bill Cosby, you know, before we found out about him.
Yeah.
It was like, this should probably be a good time, right? I very distinctly remember, as soon as the movie was over, this then friend turned to me, looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Let's never speak of this again."
Oh my... So, okay. Oh.
There it is!
The Fat Albert movie.
Oh no!
Destroy it! This thing!
Is this a door? Could you please get a little closer to it for me?
Ooh.
Anything else to know about this, John?
This is one of the coolest things they added to this.
These mysterious readings seem to be coming from this door.
Would this be the door Elizabeth was talking about? I should check it out.
I sense shadows beyond the door as well. If you plan on entering, please proceed with caution.
Alright.
Okay, please go ahead and open the door.
Okay, let me check everyone.
Okay. So the tutorial is probably going to tell you, but I'm going to give you what you need to know. These are a new thing to reload called monad doors. Inside these doors are much harder personas that you can beat, but they are more challenging. If you beat these personas, you get really nice treasures as a reward. And also, when you come out of the monad door, you will automatically have the next 2 floors scoured, and you can skip them if you want.
Ooh, wow.
I say, unless you are in dire straits, well worth it.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Plus, you get a trophy for doing one.
Okay. What's looking? Well, unimaginable horrors are looking behind it. Oh.
This place is... Oh, it feels different compared to outside.
The red light makes it look like a sex dungeon.
The atmosphere is unstable and the walls look like they're rippling. My powers aren't working very well here. I can at least tell that it's not a very large area, but please be careful.
Oh, and the map doesn't work either.
It's okay, it's a straight shot.
There you go.
I detect a shadow ahead. It seems to be a very powerful one. It looks like we have no choice but to fight it if we want to keep going.
I'm ready.
Leader.
All right. A powerful reading, as expected. I'm going all out.
Time for a fight.
The elegant mother.
How should I kill you?
Weak to electric. Perfect timing.
The best
Aha! Yeah. Oh, even better.
Oh, and you got your theurgies too.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like 10 levels higher than you. I would decimate her. But the XP and the rewards and being able to skip the next 2 floors, so worth it. They made Tartarus Climb so much easier for me. And Discord just froze on me. Terrific.
Well executed.
Go. And let's see. As for the question earlier, I think the earliest I can imagine was that
one step at a time.
that Thumbelina movie by Don Bluth, and I remember just being bored.
I liked that movie. I thought the animation was pretty, though.
Yeah, it was pretty, but the story was the biggest sin. Like, it was unbelievably boring.
Give them my strength. Now.
Ironically, Don Bluth left Disney to break free from how monotonous the animation output was getting, but out in the 90s, he started mimicking their output.
Just one more.
Oh,
Take that.
Discord finally unfroze. What the hell was that?
Oh, I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, Discord froze for me.
Everyone.
Oh no.
Like as soon as you got to Igus's turn, hey, you got him. Cool.
Yay! Who was that all the way to the...
It was another person. Next time I will grab that
I
persona.
already had.
Okay, well that's fine.
Something welled up within me even more than usual during battle. Oh.
Okay.
I don't sense any more enemies around. Oh, there's a treasure chest further ahead.
So what did I miss when Discord froze on me?
What the first bad media I consumed, which was Don Bluth's Thumbelina.
Oh.
I'm not sure, the first time that I ever really thought of it, oh, I don't think we've run into... Oh, no, she said that before. I don't think we've run into this before, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if there's ever anything that I specifically thought, I didn't know before. That it looks like what the chairman gave you before, doesn't it, Peanut Coon? It's apparently really rare. I'm surprised to see it in a place like this.
Maybe Emma at the antique shop could craft it into a piece of equipment for me.
Maybe she can.
It looks like you've seen everything here. Good job. I think it's a good time to leave now. Please exit out the back door.
That was surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
Don't get comfortable.
Okay.
Good thing Discord froze after I told you the weakness. Can you imagine how nervous you would have been if it did?
I would have been awful.
I would have texted you the answer.
What?
What was that? It's as if the energy from the door surged through the entire floor.
And the next one.
Oh! I can see the floor layout. That makes it easier for me to guide you now.
Sometimes a monad door will appear in Taurus. Being the special means I will took a special shuffle time. For major arcana cards appear more frequently.
Cool.
Being the special enemy will also reveal the layout of the corner on the floor directly above it, once you exit through the door. Monad door is an unstable collection. When one appears on the floor, the door will lose power and become inaccessible if you move to another floor, even if you return using the teleport the same
Yeah,
way.
so if you see it, you make your decision whether you want to do it right then and there.
Can you please return here? I'd like to go through with what we know about that door. Luckily, there seems to be a teleporter nearby.
Sure thing.
Thank you. I'll be waiting at the entrance.
Let's see, teleport. Ah, yeah, there it is.
Don't forget to pick up the chest before you leave.
Oh yeah. There's a rare one too.
Object of value located. Her leader's been knocked down.
So, like,
Mock wheel.
Best bet with
bad media. I remember not being super fond
Electric.
of Kablam.
Yeah.
Specifically, Prometheus and Bob. I did not like that. I did not see why it was funny.
This doesn't seem to have any effect.
I was not a fan. I thought I didn't like a lot of that.
Not even Action League now.
Actually, now I did kind of like, yeah. But the other ones I was not a fan of, and I used to just wish they could just do the Action League now and be done with it.
I think they didn't Action League now get like a short-lived spin-off show.
I think
Yeah,
they
it
tried.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
Well, speaking of Nickelodeon cartoons that I always thought were bad, Barley Martians was horrible.
Oh God, I hated that one. I
Which
never.
show?
Barley Martians?
Oh no. Oh,
Austin, you and Rudy gotta cover that.
oh god.
No, that series was
Aptly named.
yeah.
And for some reason, I had a very short, wanted to learn how to skateboard phase. Guess what was on my tape deck?
Appreciate it.
No!
I had a Barley Martians skateboard.
No.
And it also had the most uninspired theme song ever.
You know what other show I really didn't like when I was younger? Angela Anaconda, I think is what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
They
TV
play-
unsettling.
Yeah, it was so fucking unsettling.
Yeah.
Like to look at.
Yeah, like black and white photos with like colored hair and clothes.
Yeah, that like.
Tigers, the last of the anti-shadow suppression weapons.
That, like-
To eliminate all hostile targets. Palladium.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay, well, I'm gonna switch to Pierce, apparently.
How did that show last for 3 seasons?
Now it's our turn.
Yeah, I was
What?
just looking at them 3 fucking seasons.
Oh, 3 seasons across 26 episodes, so they were short seasons.
Oh my god.
I didn't. Plus there was that whole thing with the Angela Anaconda
One enemy eliminated.
during
Oh, that Digimon.
yeah, the Digimon thing.
Yeah, they're not including that in the re-releases.
Yeah, because they were both owned by Saban.
There, in case you forgot what they look like, I put them in the chat.
This is your chance.
Oh, terrible, terrible looking creatures.
Yeah, if you thought Jimmy Neutron was uncanny, this is worse. Even worse.
At least Jimmy Neutron was kind of funny.
Jimmy
at least
Neutron
had
was
good
funny.
writing to make up for it.
Yeah, I liked Jimmy Neutron. Planet Sheen was bad though.
No, well, no, there's one scene in Planet Sheen that was funny. There was just one. There's a scene where like Sheen and Carl were like doing like some sort of they were doing like the swing around in a circle slowly kind of dance, and then Sheen lets go of Carl and he flies into orbit and a plane hits him.
Oh no!
It wasn't actually Carl either. I think it was like an imagination he was having. Oh, and but all Mark's got a Game Boy Advance game? Well, then again, everything did back then.
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty much everything had a Game Boy Advance game during that era.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance was shovelware before the Wii.
Yeah, like, there's this really dumb show, Super Duper Sumo, so it's like one of the last shows made by Geek.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they had a really crappy Game Boy Advance game as well, and it was awful as well. Show itself was awful, it was nothing but jokes.
Oh, that I just looked up. That art style is horrendous.
For our next fight.
For Super Duper
Oh, and
Sumo.
the Game Boy Advance cover's even worse.
Yeah!
It's them slamming their asses together with a fart cloud. It's so bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what they did before they do team up attacks. They would slam their butts against one another.
And wow, this show is exactly as long as But Ugly Martians. 3 seasons across 26 episodes. No, 2 seasons. Okay. They had it even worse. Man, that's how Deke went out. Not with a bang, but with a literal wet fart.
Vuka and the others are talking about the door for Melia.
If I may say so.
Oh, Jan, may I borrow you for a moment? It would appear you faced a threat beyond the door. A door connected to the tunnel which was created within Tartarus. Perhaps an appropriate name for it would be a monad door. The
Girl, they
shadows
already
that
told
congregate
us.
past such doors will prove to be a viable means of accelerating your growth. I must know how you are fared. Did your enemies provide you with a challenge? They went down easy.
Marvelous.
Excellent, I am pleased to hear that. I believe challenging more daunting foes will act as a sort of a shortcut in your development. On another note, I've detected some sort of structure on the 91st floor, and emanating energy not dissimilar to the door you entered. The mention of this structure resembles a tunnel, one might call it a monad passage. Entering this passage may provide you with another opportunity to test your mettle. For the time being, I will log that investigation as a personal request. I received a new request from Elizabeth.
Very well then.
I look forward to observing your continual progress. A monad door, and a passage too. Tartarus is never going to stop being a mystery to me.
About that door, it appears to lead to a side path in Tartarus. In short, if you're heading to the top, taking that path would be considered a detour of sorts. However, it seems like you'll be able to obtain something down that path that should prove to be helpful to exploring. Depending on how prepared you are, it may be a good idea to try these doors.
You want to save?
Oh, right, shit. Okay, return to floor 80.
11 to go.
Yeah.
But if you find more monad doors, you'll be able to skip some.
Next floor.
Yeah, you're already gonna skip the next 2. So now you'll actually have 9.
There's a gatekeeper on the next floor. What kind of shadow could it be this time?
Oh,
Girl,
there's a
is that
treasure
not
chest.
your job?
I don't think she actually knows.
That's fair.
There's a chest.
S.E.E.S. The matching armbands help unify us as a team.
Teleporter. No, teleporter.
Well, if you want to get the chest first before you leave.
Oh, definitely.
There's a shadow.
So, like, I also wasn't a big fan of Rocket Power.
Yeah, that show didn't age too well. I liked it. I was still on like my skateboard extreme sports phase too. Oh,
Silent Book.
Silent Book. Slash and Wind.
Do I have any?
One step at a time.
No. Akihiko's lightning and he mostly uses strike.
And
Darkness seems effective here.
Yukari's Wind.
Pull the trigger.
there we go.
That's it. Enemy down.
Yep.
Leader, go for it.
You haven't used Aigis' theurgy yet, have you?
Not yet.
Okay, then I haven't missed your reaction to that yet.
This is your
How does the theurgy heal up again?
It tells you on her menu.
Yeah, like there's the little.
You can also pause the game to find out too.
Ooh, level up.
You're almost there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's certainly what.
Okay, let's see here. Theurgy. Every person after using physical skills, her drive to compete a mission intensifies. Okay, so physical attacks are the key.
Yep. Anytime she uses a physical attack.
And stick buffing himself, landing critical hits, healing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we've seen everybody's except Aigis' so far.
Yep.
Oh boy. Here.
recommended course of action.
Aha! Got it.
This shouldn't be a problem.
The analysis.
Right.
I'll go with.
Hey, buddy. Oh, don't you even think about chewing on that.
I heard his bell.
Yeah, he was trying to chew on my headphone wires again. I talk about how National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation didn't get him straight.
Probably because he wasn't watching. It didn't have any birds in it.
Okay, where's the interesting plot point?
If there's no bird I can perceivably grab with my paws, it's not worth the price of admission.
Yeah, like if you're watching a movie and the ambience and sometimes a bird chirps for ambience for an outdoor scene, could just come running and stay out of TV. Yeah, it's been like that ever since I saw some of these YouTube videos of these birds called cat simulation videos, and ooh. And it's adorable. Sometimes he'll jump up onto the entertainment table and just paw the screen. Sometimes he'll look behind the TV thinking they're behind
That
there.
certainly went well.
It's absolutely adorable and hilarious. Here's Knickers.
Not bad. I appreciate it.
Okay. No wait.
Oh, we never finished the questions.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't know if
Okay.
you guys will be able to answer this question as well.
Powerful enemy spotted. Please be careful.
Okay, so I would go to the teleporter and get a Mitsuru back.
This reading. 10 floors up from here, there's a border floor. That's coming up much sooner than it seems. Let's keep at it. This is... I sense someone on a higher floor.
Hi at this.
It's a floor we haven't been to yet, though I hope we can get there soon.
We probably will. Yeah, switch Ika's out for Mitsuru. As much as I wanted to see her theurgy, but you will get a chance. You'll get your chance to do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright. Now that is a piece of bad media I unironically enjoy. I enjoy the first Space Jam. It is dumb.
I
It is
love
product.
the first Space Jam.
It is dumb. It is product placement. But that soundtrack, though.
Slaps as hell.
I sent someone on a high
Yeah, we
floor.
already read that.
I had things to say. I don't care if I said them before.
All right, Pitch, interrupt me. Fine.
The enemy is strong. Please make sure you're ready before fighting.
Oh.
I'm not ready yet.
And
Okay, so the Arcanist Decapitator has no weaknesses, and it nulls ice and wind. The Heat Overseer is weak to wind and electric, but absorbs fire and ice. Finally, the Sky Overseer is weak to fire and ice, but absorbs electric and wind. So the big bad bitch does not have any weaknesses, but the other two do.
All right.
Sorry, but we're breaking through.
To the other side.
All right, let's do this.
I'll hit them where it hurts.
Okay, so which one?
The Sky Overseer is weak to fire and ice.
Sky Overseer.
I'll show no mercy.
Okay, so speaking of Space Jam,
I can handle it. Let's
remember
change
how
it.
I told y'all that my Bim Bam has like podcasts with a podcast, and one of them's Munch Squad. In the last episode that I was
Heat
listening
Overseer.
to, they Justin was talking about Michael Jordan's restaurant. At the time, it was running a Space Jam themed menu. And pretty much, it seemed like the only thing they had rights to was to call things like secret stuff. So, like, the whole thing was like Mike's secret stuff. Like,
No!
it was like Mike's secret stuff steak with a Mike's secret stuff, salted caramel milkshake. And they're like, Mike, how is it a secret stuff if you're telling me the ingredients? But I don't know. I think that's great that that's the only thing that they named like all of it.
You struck a weakness.
That thing was fucking terrifying with all its eyes. I don't like that.
Oh, that's right. Whenever you hit it or he attacks, he shows his real face. I keep forgetting about that guy. Then I saw the floating eyeballs. I'm like, oh, I wonder what the reaction to him is going to be when they see his face.
Windbreak. That can't be good. Oh.
Oh, well,
Oh.
yeah, I would almighty the fuck out of the Decapitator. Or actually, all of them. Because your Theurgy ignores all resistances, and Almighty has no resistances. Hey, knock them all down.
Nice one, leader.
You might as well.
Freeze. Stay where you are.
Persona on ice.
I could see Japan doing that.
Yeah. I mean, they did the Persona stage stuff.
They did a Kabuki stage show of Final Fantasy X.
Oh, wow.
Ugly ass beast.
Oh, shit.
The regret night.
You don't have much health left. Can you heal up?
Yeah, give it to you, because if you die, it's all over.
Thanks.
In this situation,
You either heal everybody or use your Theurgy.
I do the healing.
Not a bad choice.
thank you.
I take no risk with this shit. One false move can ruin everything.
Never mind. What to do?
Oh yeah, Narcissus. In the original Persona 3, when it was just 2D art of him, you could see his ass.
Oh, dear God.
Yep.
They took that from us?
Well, they didn't take it out. It's just now he's a 3D model, and they angled this, and now you can't see it.
This one. That didn't hit.
I can't go down just yet. Haru-chan, are you okay? Now's the time. Eo!
There we
It's
go.
a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
Oh, there it is. It's from Persona 4, but it's still the same art. You can now fuse Mothman.
He had a nice ass. I missed
Oh,
it. Put
damn.
it back. Yay!
You can now fuse Mothman. The Persona fandom's other favorite demon other than Jack Frost. Get rid of single shot.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh, let's see when they.
To get rid of Palimpa, maybe? Mipatra instead of Patra.
Oh, new skill, huh?
Oh, you haven't learned it yet. Zionga should replace Zio.
I've learned a new skill.
Ooh, Spirit Drain.
Yep,
Yes.
it basically drains SP. Good for when you're in a pinch.
Hey, have you ever wondered how those scale-shaped shadows stand upright? The balance types. I imagine they'd struggle with standing upright and moving around. Do you suppose there's a reason they look the way they do? Moreover, I'm actually quite tempted to tip them over.
What are you, a cat?
Apologies. I digress. Let's move along, leader.
Sometimes it might be difficult to hit a shadow's weakness. When that happens, you'll need a backup plan.
Even if there's no obvious weakness to exploit, certain attacks may still work well.
Okay.
Who allowed ones in here?
I never did ask that question.
Oh, what's the question?
This was by Chrisser in the server that you were in. Who's your least favorite Persona user? Which is a hard question for you guys because your guys' only experience with Persona is, well, Luffy would be 3, and Austen, you all of 5 and part of 3. But I've played 3, 4. I played 3, 4, and 5 all the way through.
I guess mine would have to be Crow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he's a two-faced son of a bitch and a complete psychopath.
Main team or just overall?
Overall, I guess.
Shirtless Jesus. He seems like a creeper.
Oh, another one.
Another monad door. You do it. Oh, the rare shadow on your way.
Oh. Okay, and what's your answer, John?
Morgana.
It'd be great if we can defeat
Ah,
it.
yeah.
I don't care if he's a cute cat.
It'll take a little more time.
There is a stupid character moment in Persona 5 I hate that's all about him. Like, Luffy, if you thought everyone bullying Junpei was bad, dear Lord, does everybody needlessly bully Ryuji? And when Ryuji fights back and stops taking it from Morgana, Morgana goes to this whole little bitch fit about how he's like, oh, I guess I'm not useful for the team, huh? I don't have to take this. I'm gonna leave the team. I'm like, bitch, you spent 30 hours picking on this guy for no reason, and the moment you can't take it, you leave. Fuck you. I don't care if you're a cat, you asshole.
One step at a time.
Haha!
And I'm not alone in this, by the way. A lot of the Persona fandom does not like that.
That does sound like some bitch behavior. So, I also found a silly list of questions on WikiHow.
Okay.
Do you care if I throw some out?
We had one more from Zerberus Aru, who's our
Oh, let's do
favorite.
that first.
Yeah, that was the last one that we've gotten so far. Who's our favorite Persona character thus far? Because he's aware that you guys haven't finished this one, and Austin otherwise has 5 as his what he's finished.
Akihiko. I love that bitch.
Austin, you have a game and a half. I'm interested to hear what your answer is.
We've secured the area. Do you want to send someone out ahead? Yeah. Allow me. Don't worry. I'll clear us a path.
I don't think that would be a good idea with that door.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, go do the door so you can skip 2 floors. Yeah, because you'll be down one party member. No, you don't want to test that.
And my overall favorite Persona character.
Can be thus far if you haven't finished the game. If say
it's gonna be a good one. Let's see. Fuck. Let's see. My favorite party member was Ryuji, mainly because of how close he is to the protagonist, and hell, I even shipped the 2 of them. And favorite non-Persona user, that would be my disaster waifu Kawagami from Persona 5.
Hell yeah.
She is a hot mess teacher.
Yep.
Something for you to look forward to if we ever get around to that, Luffy.
Yep.
Cool.
Kawakami is so fucking hot. She is like probably one of my favorite fail women ever. Well, she's not really a fail. I wouldn't know. I don't even know if I want to classify her as a fail woman.
Let's do this.
But she is disaster.
Are you prepared?
And what's hilarious is that when you go on dates with her, she can be a bit of a burn at times, asking you if you have a proper diet and you're getting your nutrients.
I love a good fail woman.
Let's do this.
Get ready. Incoming.
Yeah, if our rewards podcast came around when
I was just about to say fail woman should be
well, then Marcel would have won this year.
Okay, Phantom Mage.
Phantom Mage. Thank God this list has the monad bosses, because the list I was using last time when I was playing did not. Phantom Mage is weak to light. You do have one that has light. Actually, you have 2. You have Asperus and Power. Oh, and Yamato Orochi.
What?
Okay, Phantom Mage. Oh, that was a normal Phantom Mage. The Monad Phantom Mage is weak to wind. Thanks, Damn Right Gamers again.
In this situation.
Go. That did it this time.
I had thought that the Monad ones would have different names, but no. If you're gonna give them different affinities, give them different names.
It's kind of like Pokemon. It should be like the Alolan Phantom Mage.
Or like most JRPGs, like have like differently colored palette swap enemies that have different names.
Yeah.
Because like the reason they did that is because they only had so much memory on the cart, and palette swapping saved memory. That's why that trend started. If anybody's wondering, it's not because of laziness; it's memory saving.
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh. That's not good.
What did it say?
It was trying some kind of death spell.
Maybe Fatal End his ass? Or regular attack.
Pull the trigger.
There we go. There we go. You see that, buddy? Daddy did it.
Oh, Mitra was his name. I'm sorry.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, you can usually tell by the demon light how many shit chests there are.
there's any more treasure chests here. It's still dangerous, so please try to come back as soon as you can.
Yeah, you can just leave.
Gonna punch stuff with my disembodied heads.
With the energy release from the monitor, you can now obtain the map information for the current floor on the floor above.
Oh, I guess I didn't answer. Give my answer for that question. Favorite Persona character?
Blue red chest.
Yeah, go get the rare chest. I think my favorite. Okay, I actually have two favorite. You know what? Since I've played 3 Persona games, I think I'm gonna give my favorite character from each one that I've played. Give me a minute to think about my favorite one from this game. My favorite Persona character from 5 is absolutely Futaba. I love her. She's adorable. I love her story and how she's basically she's autistic coded as all hell. And her story for how she breaks out of her shell and becomes more socially active as opposed to be distant it feels natural. And then when she gains closer to the rest of the crew, she finds members of the crew to pick on. One in particular reminds me a lot of my own girlfriend. Persona 4. I am torn between 3 characters. Either Chie. She's a tomboy kickboxer. And she's also like she's basically the Akihiko of the group. Kanji.
Oh, then we could get touched.
Kanji, who is honestly a lot of people's favorite character in 4 because, like, you know, he's like this big delinquent tough guy, but he is gay coded because a lot of his character involves him having interests and hobbies that aren't, you know, usually like like gender normative, and like a lot of people make fun of that, but part of the game story is him coming to terms with that stuff.
Good for him.
And also Naoto, who again, I don't necessarily approve of how Persona 4 handles certain aspects of the story, and Naoto is probably one of the biggest ones because Naoto is a lot of people identify with Naoto as trans because Naoto dresses up in, like, male coded attire, wants to be perceived that way. And there are a lot of issues I don't want to get into until we get to eventually play Persona 4, but I like Naoto's character a lot, and also Naoto is one of the more broken party members, gameplay wise, because she has all the insta-kill stuff.
And you're gonna hate me for this, but the first time I heard about those characters was Rule 34, where she was picking that other guy you were talking about.
Kanji. That doesn't surprise me.
You'll have to try something else.
So that's why Kanji is arguably gay coded, because
he has a crush on Naoto before he knows that Naoto's a girl.
Well,
Naoto seems like I could definitely say Naoto seems like a trans guy. Yeah. So.
And I won't get into the nitty gritty of why it's pretty problematic because it deals with spoilers in case we ever get to that game. But anybody that has issues with that story, believe me, I totally get it. I do enjoy those characters for what they are, despite their problems. And as for 3, man, that's tough. Even as I'm fucking playing with you. Who is my favorite character in 3? God damn, this is difficult. And I've played 2 different versions of this game too. Fuck it, Aegis. Aegis is awesome. I won't say why because I really shouldn't spoil that story either. But I was like, who are the characters that I most enjoy? Probably Aegis. But I also have a serious crush on Kawakami in Persona 5. Like,
I don't blame you.
got my issues with the main character dating the teacher, but if it were me, as in me, and Kawakami, I'd wreck the shit out of her.
Why is she so long?
There we go, Doc.
It also helps, too, that she's voiced by Michelle Ruff, who also voices my favorite character in Bleach, Rukia.
Oh, now it makes sense, yeah.
By the way, Austin, Michelle Ruff is going to too many games.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah! This is the first time we've played this game since the Too Many Games guest got announced. Junpei's going. The Protag is going. Original Yukari, that's the other thing. Michelle Ruff used to be Yukari. She was Yukari in the original Persona 3.
Okay, I was looking up the character that you mentioned, Kawakami, and I definitely have like a fave character now from Persona 5.
I didn't even play it yet.
Miss
Yeah.
Takemi. This is my girl.
Oh,
Damn.
that was Austin's #1 crush.
Oh, you're talking about the
goth doctor?
I would fucking cosplay this woman so quick. I'm obsessed already. This is a look.
Oh, Austin, I think we gotta have Luffy on for a Persona 5 playthrough. I was thinking though that Austin, since you've played it twice already, maybe me, Luffy, and Rudy should do it, because Rudy desperately wants to be on a Persona playthrough.
Oh yeah.
Well, then again, who the hell says we can't have 4 co-hosts? We haven't tried it yet, but who the hell says we can't do
plus
it?
I haven't
what's
been
up
the
that?
PS5 version of Royal.
Neither have I.
I'm sorry. I'm sure there's someone here. Check everywhere, please.
And oh,
Do you ever wonder, I mean, given how heavy this place must be, whether or not it'll topple over? Then again, it does seem different from your typical building. Probably no use worrying, hopefully.
Let's keep going.
well,
I
we'll
love
keep
that they're
going.
No, go save the person. You'll be brought back to the entrance.
Oh right, okay.
I love that they're just randomly saying shit now. Like, they just... They're just having thought.
Time for a fight. Fire won't work.
Let's see.
Be careful.
Punch and left.
God damn it. So,
What?
Rich has found out my new weakness. You know those conservative skeleton memes that people share on Facebook?
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
People make really shitposty ones now that are obviously parodies of them. And
I actually don't know. I'm not on Facebook anymore.
but do you know, at least know what I'm talking about? Like the pictures of like Grim Reapers and skeletons, like giving the middle fingers. It's like I'm a conservative.
Okay,
You don't.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't like it, I'll help pack your bags. Liberal cock shit like that.
Yeah.
But people have been making ironic ones, and they crack me the fuck up, especially since most of them have spelling errors on purpose.
Teamwork, everyone.
Rich just sent me one now, and I'm going to read it for you, and I'll put it on the episode too. Hell yeah, I party! P a lot. A, annoy my ex-wife. R, record Chicago metal on my TiVo. T, take gout medicine.
Someone's over
And
there.
Y, yell at strangers on Facebook.
I remember there was one I
Yeah.
saw where I would discuss saying, "Oh, did I offend you?" And then quickly said, "Oh, sorry about that."
This must be one of the people who went missing. We need to provide treatment immediately. Please return to the entrance as soon as you can.
And we'll end off.
Understood. I'll wait for you at the entrance.
We'll end off on my favorite one that sent me into a laughing fit that Rich read. I'll even do the voice I think this thing has too. You crack your fingers. I finger my crack. We are not the same.
I tried another search, but it's still not picking up. It seems you've rescued everybody who accidentally ended up in Tartarus.
And we'll figure some more cracks.
No! No!
Next time it's Super... You're supposed to say next time it's Super Bonus Round,
Not
John.
to that! No! I refuse!
Wait, I'm sorry, we can solve the fentanyl crisis, but we can't finger cracks?
Oh, so we'll see how next time.
She or he
Goodbye.
has to ask first.
True. Consent is key, everyone.
Bye-bye.
And this is how you find out about that.
And now for the answers to those questions you didn't get to hear on the last episode.
And this is another one I know the answer for right away. Name a movie that traumatized you as a kid because you saw it far earlier than you should have. Can I go first? I know my answer immediately.
Yes, go ahead.
Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, no.
That was put on for me at a sleepover with people who were not actually my friends, and I wanted to go to bed because I was tired, but these kids kept trying to keep me up and have me watch it, and I was traumatized by the final scene of the movie, which looking back as an adult, it's like, haha, that's funny. But that movie fucked me up as a 12-year-old.
Oh, God, that's rough.
Okay, so like, this is very funny to me because for the most part, I saw things way earlier than I probably should have, and they didn't really make a huge impact. Like, I saw Splice at 4. I should not have seen that. But like, the two that really got me, one was Titanic, which I saw when I was very young. My parents took me to the theater. They would sometimes do this because I would fall asleep and they would just like be chilling and watching their movie. I fell asleep through the vast majority of the film, and I woke up right at the end when everybody was drowning.
Oh.
And that really upset me.
Oh, no.
That was upsetting. I'm still scarred by those two little old people hugging each other while the water goes in to this day. And the other one was Chucky.
Oh.
I don't know why. I don't even know if it was that I was too young, but something about it invaded my fucking subconsciousness. And I had terrible nightmares about my American Girl doll coming to life and Chuckying me. And I had to lock her in the fucking, like, crawl space for like 3 years because I was like, no. She's coming for me and is gonna kill me.
Oh, yeah.
To this day, I still really can't tolerate the franchise. Which movie?
Let's see. There were a couple for me because I was a chicken shit little kid. And let's see. I guess one would be Beetlejuice, where like Beetlejuice uses a shotgun to load this fly into its grave, and as it's getting pulled, you could go, help me! And as Beetlejuice munches on it, and let's see, there was that film, I think it was called Witches. It was like that Robert Zemeckis 80s movie where it was really dark, especially with that kid who turns into like a humanoid rat beast. And
the book's darker.
And
the book's darker. He doesn't turn back into a human in the book.
And one that also kind of fucked me up was The Toxic Avenger.
What was that? The Toxic Avenger?
Which is getting a remake this year, hopefully.
What is that
It's like a 80s gross out black horror comedy about this nerd who gets, this wimpy 90-pound nerd who gets bullied, and when he gets shoved into like this bad of toxic waste, he becomes a mutant called a Toxic Avenger who fights crime. Like, there was this one guy who bullied him before he mutated at a gym. He just pulls up the weights for that pull weight mechanic thing, and just drops the weight, so it just slams down, cutting this guy's head in half. And you can just see his tongue dangling out.
Jeez.
Apparently they did remake it.
Yeah, that hasn't been released yet.
And the reason for that was
film?
because a lot of distributors were turned off by the gore. Like, the director said that the only way they could have done an Toxic Avenger remake is that they kept it as Stalking Story as the original. And Peter Dinklage
Yeah,
is also
it was
going to be the
pretty good.
titular hero.
Yeah, they just put out an image of him and a still image of him as Taka's Avenger like the other day. It also got a beat 'em up game, I think, by the guys who did Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, wow.
And the soundtrack was done by one of my favorite bands of all time, Psycho Stick, who I got to see perform live at Too Many Games last year, and probably will again this year because they go every year.
Yeah, let me, hang on, so I just gotta look up some real quick, yeah, I'm just looking for that scene I was talking about, so, Luffy is more...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who directed it, he directs a lot of raunchy shock and grindhouse films, and
Lloyd Kaufman.
yeah. And fun fact, James Gunn actually worked with him as his first work in the film industry,
Yeah, Lloyd Kaufman is a cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
and the Suicide
Oh.
Squad.
Yeah, Lloyd Kaufman's one of the prisoners that's yelling at Gamora when she first gets to the kiln.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
Like-
and he also did a cameo in the Angry Video Game Nerd when he reviewed a bunch of Toxic Avengers games.
Yep, and it just recently got a because they were playing like there was a booth kiosk where you could play it. Too Many Games last year, and it's probably because one, the devs were
seriously?
there, and Psycho Stick, who does the game soundtrack, were performing at the venue, and well, we'll find out as we get closer, but they'll probably be performing again, and I would be happy to do that.
Very cool.
If anyone's not familiar, Psycho Stick is a comedy metal band. Like they have such hard hitting songs as a heavy metal version of the Hokey Pokey, the ABCs.
I love it. I love that.
But their most popular ones are like maybe you've seen it in like memes like I'm a dog and I like socks. I like socks. I'm a dog. It's just a video of them throwing socks towards a Siberian Husky. That's them. The one everyone knows them for is their parody of "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor" by Drowning Pool. It's I Can Only Count to 4. And at the concert I went to last year, you know how most metal bands have a mosh pit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This concert had a mosh pit that turned into a conga line.
I like that. That's cool. That's fun.
That's the energy that Psycho Stick emanates, if you want to get like, an idea of what they're like.
Oh shit, tough have me up ahead.
Sorry, Junpei.
I remember Christine was she was trying to film the songs, but one of the songs was cracking her up. It was the Valentine's love song they did. Because like the lyrics go like smooch 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 be you my little schmoopy poo, and it, like imagine a heavy metal band saying shit like that.
Oh
I
shit.
like it.
She was-
They should do like covers of Phineas and Ferb songs
What
or
happened
something.
in
That
the-
would be fun.
I remember this.
Wait, covers of what now? Sorry, I couldn't hear over the.
Phineas and Ferb songs, because that makes me think of Gitchy Goo and I Love You.
They also did I know they did a cover of the Angry Video Game Nerds theme song. They did a cover of. Oh yeah, they did a heavy metal cover of the Reading Rainbow theme.
Yes.
I love that.
The other song that cracked me up at the concert they played, they have a whole song about how a guy is has a paranoid fear of ducks. And the song is called Quack Kills.
There's a million wonderful ways to say no. Oh, imagine if they did a cover of that.
That would be funny.
All right, next question.
All right, next question. Sorry, I have to get away from Austen sent a clip of the Toxic Avenger. Go look at that. I already know the answer to this one for myself and Austin. What was your first video game?
Let's see, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Sonic the
on
Hedgehog
Sega
2.
Genesis.
Crash Bandicoot.
Hey,
Oh, you
Crash
said
Bandicoot was
Oh yeah, that's a
Crash
good one.
Bandicoot was one of my first.
It was that and Pokemon Red.
Yeah, Pokemon Blue was
a good one.
Pokemon Blue was like my first addiction video game.
You and every kid growing up in the 90s.
No, you don't understand. I was so obsessed with Pokemon that people beat me up for it.
Oh my god.
I didn't mean to make that traumatic, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Pokemon was a popular thing to beat up on and make fun of.
And now it's not. Well, it is for different reasons. Because the games are not all that great anymore.
I remember like when it first came out and like, I don't know, like every kid I knew was obsessed with it, but like, yeah, once you got like past a certain age, if you still liked it, everybody was pissy about it.
Oh no, I was beaten up by kids during its popularity.
Why? Were they not also fans?
Yes, they were. They were just horrible.
Oh my god. So 5 months says they grow up to be one of those asshole fans who whine about how the old games were better.
No, I've looked up some of them on Facebook and I found some of them look like white trash drug addicts. Oh, okay, so next question. This is also for me. Tell a true story from your life that's so ridiculous nobody would possibly believe you that it was true, but it is. I have one ready. I asked this question because everybody I tell this story, including my own family, thinks I'm making this the fuck up. When I was very little, I have a very vivid memory of myself as a child. My mom, like I think it's either the Deptford Mall or the Cherry Hill Mall in New Jersey. I'm being carried on my mom's shoulder as a youngin', and someone runs past us in the mall. And it's not just anybody running past us. It is I want to say like late teen to early adult person, streaking, wearing nothing but a Casper the Friendly Ghost mask, being chased by mall security.
This one.
Being chased by mall security. He literally, like, he runs directly past my face, and I have a image of Casper the Friendly Ghost face burned into my mind for the rest of my life because of that.
Beautiful.
How did I forget that?
Every time I bring this up to my brother says, John, stop telling that story that didn't happen. Like, you weren't alive when it happened. How would you know? I am 3 years older than you. If you were around, you were not even a year old yet. How would you know? And second of all, in what world and how could I ever come up with something like that? I couldn't lie about that if I tried.
Man, I don't feel like I have any fun stories that nobody would believe. Like, I've never had anyone doubt me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm struggling to come up with something.
I didn't think this question would be that hard. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I've never had anyone doubt my nonsense. I've had people like, I think that my most common experience is I will tell stories that to me in retrospect are actually quite funny, but then I like about like my various like medical experiences and traumas, and then people will be looking at me like, oh my god.
I like one of those instances where you tell a traumatic story as if it were a joke, but everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yes. That happens to me a lot.
Yeah, I kind of did that earlier with the being bullied for like a Pokemon thing. I'm like, well, I've moved past it. I just accept that it happened.
Well, like during my most recent hospitalization, where I was on and off the vent, I was like the second time that I was on the ventilator, they gave me ketamine, and I was not aware that I was on ketamine.
Yeah, you told this story on this playthrough before.
Yeah, like that was insane for me. And the first time I told that to someone else, they were like, "Oh my god! Like, should you maybe sue?" Like, I'm like, to live with the space cowboy. That's fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
for
who are
me.
you gonna sue? The creature you saw?
I'm gonna sue the fucking space cowboy. I'm coming for him.
And then when you when you win with the case and to say farewell for the first time, you know what you can say. See you, space cowboy.
Space cowboy.
Yep.
Have I ever told you guys the story of how I got my cat?
No.
Okay. I will tell you guys Yukari's origin story, because that was actually pretty funny. So, for the first 7 years of my life, my dad lied to me. He told me that he was allergic to cats. He's not. He just doesn't like cats.
What the hell?
And I wanted a cat very badly. So he told me for 7 years that he was allergic. So we got 2 dogs eventually. We had Dakota and Montana for several years at this point. And one day he comes home from the pharmacy with another dog that had followed him into the fucking pharmacy.
Oh, God.
So, like, he brought home this dog and that had followed him into the pharmacy at work. And one of his coworkers said that they were going to, like adopt the dog, but he was, like, in the middle of a divorce. So he was moving into his new place first. So we were going to keep the dog for, like, a week. And the dog was a very nice dog. Turns out, though, the dog, like people, did not like other dogs.
Where I ever heard that before, Austen?
So, like, this dog got into massive fights with our dogs. And this was so shocking because, like, Montana was the gentlest fucking ball of love that one would ever know. I'd never seen him growl before. He got into like fucking battles with this dog. And so after, Indiana was gone, it was like within the same a week or so. The other thing you need to know about my dad is that he was always late. He was likely undiagnosed ADHD and autistic, and he had massive time blindness. And when I say he was always late, I do not mean like 10 minutes. I mean, he would think it was 10 minutes and it was 3 hours.
Oh my God.
He's worse than me.
Like, he would lose track of hours and hours and hours. We would always joke that he'd be late to his own fucking funeral. And different story for a different day, but he was.
Whoa.
But,
whoa.
So, I was 15 at the time. My mom and my boyfriend, Brian, my high school boyfriend, and I went to Olive Garden. We were waiting for my dad. We were there for so long. We ordered his food. They delivered us. We were there for so fucking long. The restaurant closed. My mom was so mad. She was incensed. She was so fucking furious. I thought she was going to kill him. I go outside, and there's this, like, a couple of staff members, and they're just kind of, like, standing around, and I noticed that one of them has the teeniest, tiniest, most adorable little kitten I've ever seen in my life. He's, like, the size of this chef's palm, and he looks like a teeny tiny little moo cow.
Aww.
And anyone who knows me, like, knows that, like, my thing was always cows. People would get me, like, cows for everything. And I took one look at him. I was like, please let me hold this adorable little baby. They're like, he was trying to get into the kitchen. As far as we could see, like, nobody, like, there weren't any other kittens. We think he was abandoned because he was a runt. They hand him to me, and I was in love. I was just like, this is my soulmate. Everyone get away from me. I'm keeping this cat. Brian goes back in. He gets my mom. And she comes out. She takes one look at the cat, one look at me, and is like, your dad fucking brought this upon himself. We're going to the store. We're getting cat food.
Yes. Adoption out of pettiness.
That's adoption out of spite.
We were at the fucking store. He calls and he's like, where are you guys? She's like, we're at the store and we're getting kitty litter. He's like, why the fuck are you getting kitty litter? And she's like, for our new kitten. And he's like, what the fuck?
Where are you guys? That is my question.
We ended up making the declaration that he was like, if the dogs don't like him, like, we'll keep him for a month, and if the dogs don't like him, then we're gonna get rid of him. And I was like, fine. Montana and Ikari bonded so fucking quick. They were besties forever.
Aww.
And as much as my dad liked to pretend that he hated this cat, and he loved to pretend that, like, when he got sick, he was like, you know, in his hospice bed at our house, and Ikari hops up on the bed, and we're just like, you know, we're chilling out there, and he kind of like looks and he sees him, and he goes, "Aw, hey, buddy." And we look at him and we're like, you fucking goddamn liar, you love this cat? Like, you love him? You've been lying to me for years? You're best friends. But, like, I don't know. That is how I got my beautiful cat. And his name, Ikari, actually means rage in Japanese. Because my dad was so fucking pissed when we brought him home. But they were best friends by the end of his life.
Wait, the cat's name is it Yukari or Yikari?
Ikari, I-K-A-R-I, Ikari.
Wait, your cat shares the same name as the winner of the Cucky Ducky Award.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ikari died a few years ago. I had him for 16 years, and he was my best friend, and I miss him all the time. But, you know, like, I feel like I love my cats now, but I think we all have, like, one soulmate animal that's just, like, vibes with us, and Ikari was mine. I don't know that I'll ever have one who gets me like that cat did.
I have my family had several cats in the past, like 20 years, and it's amazing how they all have different personalities. Like, Jam was a prima donna, but she can be spiteful. Like, when my sister first went to college, she was so mad at her.
Austin, unfortunately, you've told that story a million different times, not just to me, but also on here.
Oh, yeah.
I never talked about the pets that I had special bonds with. My childhood pet was a black lab named Bambi.
Aww.
Montana was black lab. They're great.
Which I find really surprising, because black labs are probably like the most lovable dogs I've ever, other than golden retrievers. But then again, I had.
Oh no! But Montana was like a very lovable and happy dog. He just was the laziest fucking dog.
And didn't like other dogs.
No. That was the dog that my dad brought home. Okay. He didn't like Montana.
Yeah, black labs are awesome. When I get my own place and I can afford it, I want to get a black lab.
Yeah.
Bambi was my. I was an idiot. I was a dumb child. I did not realize Bambi was not a girl. My dog Bambi was female, and I named him. The reason I named him Bambi was like when I was a kid, and we had the baby gate up for the dog, and the dog was very happy to see me, so he was jumping up and down. So I'd already been watching Disney movies by that point. I pointed at the dog and went, Bambi, Bambi, and then sure enough, that's how Bambi got her name.
Aw, that's dope. I wonder how you would react to a dog, buddy.
Probably shit himself. But not my dog, but my mom has several dogs now, and the one that I bond with the most is her black lab Pepper.
Aww.
Pepper is a really strong empath. Pepper knows when I'm not happy. Like, when I had to go down to Georgia last year for the unfortunate trip we all had to make, I was like really nervous because like we this is our first time ever doing something like this. We had no idea what we were gonna do. We didn't have no clue how things were gonna go. I was beyond stressed as fuck with the trip. Before we went to go meet my sister, who was gonna be driving me to go pick up my sister and then head on down to Georgia, Pepper, without it even greeting me or anything, while I'm sitting on the couch waiting, hops on the couch and snuggles with me.
Aww.
Keep in mind, black labs are not small.
No, they're not.
And also, at not one but two of my mom's open house Christmas parties, I usually conk out when they do the White Elephant game because I think my family gets too competitive and nasty with their White Elephant game. I usually sit out of it. Guess who comes up to greet me as soon as I sit on the couch by the porch? Pepper.
Aww.
Pepper just knows when I'm not happy and snuggles up with me. And sometimes I don't even know I'm not happy or I'm tired, and Pepper's one that tells me. I want a dog that can do that.
Yeah, like, now I don't know what the dog that my dad brought home that didn't like other dogs was. I think he was yellow, but he was not a lab. Montana was a lab, and except that dog, he liked everybody and everything. He was also like the antithesis of every other black lab I've ever met because they're usually very energetic. And Montana was the laziest goddamn dog I've ever met in my life. He would lay down on walks.
Yeah, all our pet talk has took up a lot of time.
Wow, so thank you guys again so much for watching, and we're almost at the end of our questions, but don't forget to submit some too, because we're almost out of them now. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
You said to love your pets.
I wish I could. I don't have any more.